Enterprise Routing and Switching Specialist, JNCIS-ENT JN0-351 exam. Updated dumps are good material for you to pass the test and get certified. Share some Juniper JN0-351 exam updated dumps here. 1. You are asked to connect an IP phone and a user computer using the same interface on an X-series switch. The traffic from the computer does not use a VLAN tag, whereas the traffic from the IP phone uses a VLAN tag. Which feature enables the interface to receive both types of traffic? A. Native VLAN. B. DHCP snooping. C. MAC limiting. D. Voice VLAN. 2. You deployed a new X-series switch with DHCP snooping enabled and you do not see any entries in the snooping databases for an interface. Which two Juniper configurations for that interface caused this issue? Choose 2. A. The interface is configured as a disabled port. B. MAC limiting is enabled on the interface. C. The interface is configured as a trunk port. D. Dynamic ARP inspection is enabled on the interface. 3. What are two characteristics of RSTP alternate ports? Choose 2. RSTP alternate ports block traffic while receiving superior BPDUs from a neighboring switch. B. RSTP alternate ports provide an alternate lower cost path to the root bridge. RSTP alternate ports provide an alternate higher cost path to the root bridge. RSTP alternate ports are active ports used to forward frames toward the root bridge. 4. Which two BGP attributes must be supported by all BGP implementations and must be included in every update? Choose 2. A. As path. B. Med. C. Next hop. D. Community. 5. Which two statements are true about the default VLAN on Juniper switches? Choose 2. A. The default VLAN is set to a VLAN ID of 1 by default. B. The default VLAN ID is not assigned to any interface. C. The default VLAN ID is not visible. D. The default VLAN ID can be changed. 6. You need to configure a lag between your switches. In this scenario, which two statements are correct? Choose 2. A. Duplex and speed settings are not required to match on both participating devices. B. Duplex and speed settings are required to match on both participating devices. C. Member links are not required to be contiguous ports. D. Member links are required to be contiguous ports. 7. Which two statements correctly describe RSTP port roles? Choose 2. A. The designated port forwards data to the downstream network segment or device. B. The backup port is used as a backup for the root port. C. The alternate port is a standby port for an edge port. D. The root port is responsible for forwarding data to the root bridge. 8. A new network requires multiple topology support. You decide to use as is in this situation. Which 3 protocol topologies are supported in this scenario? Choose 3. A. IPsec. B. Anycast. C. IPv6. D. Multicast. E. IPv4. 9. You are concerned about spoofed MAC addresses on your LAN. Which two Layer 2 security features should you enable to minimize this concern? Choose 2. A. Dynamic ARP inspection. B. IP source guard. C. DHCP snooping. D. Static ARP. 10. Two routers share the same highest priority and start time. A. In this situation, what is evaluated next when determining the designated router? The router with the lowest router ID become the doctor. B. The router with the highest router ID becomes the DR. C. The routers perform another DR election. D. The router with the highest MAC address become the DR.